The Cyrus family drama only continues, and this week there was leaked audio recordings of Billy Ray having an argument with his ex-wife Fire Rose. There's been so much going on in their divorce, and people also really want to know the status between him and his children, as it seemed once he was married with Fire Rose, things weren't looking the best. They were already looking pretty rocky from his divorce with Tish and the kids kind of choosing which parent's side they were going to be on. But according to what sources have said to news outlets, it seemed his marriage to Fire Rose really did it in terms of his relationship with his kids. But he's speaking out about what he said in that leaked audio recording, and we have got to get into everything. Before we get into any of that, I want to talk to you guys about one of my favorite things that you already know is one of my favorite things because I've talked about it a million times with you guys, and that is perfume. I wear it every day, can't leave the house without it like most people. And I also feel like perfume gives you like a confidence booster, especially when you can like smell it on yourself. Every time I'm wearing a scent for like way too long, like months and months and months, I like can't smell it anymore. So I love just switching up perfumes because then I like can actually smell it and it just like makes me feel so good. And it's one of the reasons why I love Scentbird so much, which is the sponsor of today's video. Scentbird makes it super easy to try out new perfumes without having to commit to a full-size bottle. This month I received English Laundry's Oxford Blue, Ariana Grande Cloud. This one was definitely one of my favorites, Sexy Crush. The smell of rose and vanilla in this was just so good. And then this one too, so full of vanilla. This one was called Vanilla Supermassive. If you're not familiar with Scentbird, it is a monthly subscription service that lets you try out different designer and niche fragrances for just $16.95 a month, or only $8 with my promo code. You get a 30-day supply of a fragrance of your choice. These vials are also so convenient. You can pop them in your purse and your gym bag, like literally anywhere that you are traveling. This is the perfect size. Scentbird offers over 700 different fragrances from big name brands like Versace and Prada to niche brands as well. You are bound to find your signature scent. So if you are ready, head on over to Scentbird and use my promo code SPILL55OFF to get 55% off your first month at Scentbird. That's just $8 to start discovering amazing new fragrances for yourself. Once again, you guys can use SPILL55OFF to get 55% off your first month at Scentbird. And thank you to Scentbird for sponsoring today's video, and let's get into the news. The last time I talked about the Cyrus family, things sort of seemed on the mend since Billy Ray was divorcing his wife, Fire Rose. It had previously been reported that his marriage to her seemed to have caused issues between him and his children. Billy Ray and Fire Rose got married last October, and reports had come out that Miley felt he wasn't making good decisions. Radar Online reported at the time that a source close to Miley was claiming it freaks Miley out to see her dad acting like a besotted fool with this girl, snitched an insider. Word is he doesn't want a prenup, so everything he's earned is going to be split with her 50-50. They're also trying to get pregnant as soon as possible. Miley wants to sit him down, preferably with a couple of her siblings, and see if she can work a miracle or at least convince him to protect himself financially, said a source. I will say that it has come out that he did get a prenup, but this is one of the worries that she had about her father apparently at the time. This same source also talked further about Miley's alleged feelings about Billy and Fire Rose's relationship, saying Miley was already shocked and appalled that Billy Ray and Fire Rose were hooking up. So now that he's stuck a ring on this gal's finger, it's a step beyond and a real kick in the teeth, one insider shared at the time. There was a rumor that the two of them met on the set of Hannah Montana, and that's why Miley wasn't talking to him. And it is true they did meet on the set of the show, but she wasn't on Hannah Montana. Billy was on a break. She was auditioning to be on the show. She didn't get the role, but she ran into Billy Ray and they reportedly hit it off. They became friends, stayed in touch, and obviously they ended up in a romantic relationship. But now they're in the midst of an extremely messy divorce. Last month, it had been reported that documents cite irreconcilable differences and inappropriate marital conduct as the reason for divorce, and Billy was also seeking an annulment on the grounds of fraud, accusing Fire Rose of having made fraudulent and unauthorized charges to his credit card. He then requested a temporary restraining order to keep Fire Rose from accessing his money, claiming she racked up nearly $97,000 on his credit card. Fire Rose later alleged that she was the victim of extreme verbal, emotional, and psychological abuse during their marriage, and claimed that Billy Ray had filed for divorce just one day before she was supposed to have a preventative double mastectomy surgery. And she said that she has had to delay the surgery indefinitely without his health insurance. Billy Ray later then came out to accuse Fire Rose of hiding things from him in their marriage, claiming that she hid an entire past marriage from him and said that Fire Rose had told him that her last name was Hodges, but apparently it wasn't that. It seems he thought that was her maiden name and that was actually her ex-husband's name, and he didn't know that, so he didn't even know what her maiden name ever was. His lawyer dug up her former divorce, and this then prompted him to file for divorce once uncovering all of this information. He also accused her of isolating him from his family and basically claiming that she is the reason why he does not have a good relationship from his kids, saying that she actually blocked one of his daughters on his phone and claimed that she abused him in the relationship, not the other way around like she had claimed. He also claimed that Fire Rose threatened to hurt his reputation by claiming that he was divorcing her over the double mastectomy as a way to make him look bad, that he was divorcing her because she was getting the surgery. Now, Fire Rose came back to claim that Billy was extremely controlling, not letting friends or family visit, and didn't let her drive, also screening text messages and emails that she would get. She also revealed a timeline of their relationship, claiming that they began dating long before Billy Ray divorced Tish. But to add to the long list of reasons why this divorce has been a mess, Billy Ray has now been exposed in leaked audio recordings where he is heard yelling at Fire Rose, going off on her, as he says he is late for an event, and he is very upset.
I don't think you're real smart. I've changed my damn mind on that. What you are is a selfish.
No.
I'll tell you what, that's what you are. You're a selfish ass. You cannot continue to walk all over me and think that I'm going to go out in public with your dumb and have you do this anywhere you want in front of whoever.
Are you referring to you screaming at me right now?
This would not be happening if you would have just shut your mouth. Look what a mess you've made. What a dumb thing to do.
Now, I believe these audio recordings were released because of the fact that they are getting a divorce, and these are things that are probably being brought to light because of the divorce. And obviously, this goes along with what Fire Rose has said about Billy Ray and their relationship. She had publicly stated that he had called her stupid before and that she was the victim of verbal abuse. So this definitely lines up with those claims that she had. And this wasn't the only audio file leaked, as another one was also released where he is oddly talking about himself in third person. It's unclear why or who he is talking to, but in this conversation, he is talking about his ex-wife Tish and how she had 2 kids prior to their marriage, seemingly judging her for it, and then later seems to call Miley a devil skank.
The other 2 children that were there was from a previous marriage before she met Billy Ray by 2 separate fathers. No, wait a minute, I said that wrong. Not a previous marriage. The other 2 children that were there, she was impregnated by 2 different men and had those 2 children before she met Billy Ray. Just think if it said that. The truth on, Noah, Brandy, Trace, and everyone knows Devil's a skank.
Billy Ray addressed the leaked tape, not the Miley comment or the comments about Tish, but he did address what was said about Fire Rose, doubling down and seemingly trying to justify what he said, writing on Instagram saying, "Hell yeah, I was at my wit's end. As every day went by, I started realizing something was wrong, and that's before I knew she was a fraud. I just knew something wasn't right. That was before I knew she was David Hodges' ex-wife. That's before I knew her parents' last name. I had no idea she was arrested for felony residential burglary. I saw before my very own eyes everything I thought I knew about her was a lie. She was trying to take over my career, my life, and upsert the Cyrus name for her own gain. See you in court." The audio about Miley and Tish was extremely disappointing, as some hoped that his divorce from Fire Rose would sort of mean he was going to try to repair his relationship with Miley, and people were kind of getting the feeling that maybe he was trying to repair his relationship with Miley, or he missed her in some ways, because after it became public that he was divorcing Fire Rose, he started posting on Instagram about Miley, sharing one of his memories with her in a throwback to CMA Fest, talking about how proud he is of her and that she is a survivor and a true artist. But from this audio clip of him seemingly referring to her as a double skank, I don't think things will be repaired anytime soon. A source told Daily Mail, "Honestly, Miley is not surprised that these words came out of his mouth." The insider went on, which a second source adding, "Miley is mad, sad, and also not giving a all the emotions are there. Miley is over caring about what Billy Ray has to say about her. her mom, or her siblings. Miley is as independent of a woman as possible, and she refuses to let her dad or any man break her heart. The first insider alleged that Billy has tried to excuse his outburst, insisting that his words were taken out of context, but that Miley is refusing to entertain any apology from her father. They also wrote, the source said that Miley was all the more hurt by the fact that her father was also revealed to have lashed out at her mother Tish, whom Billy never refers to by name, but instead calls. People are extremely disturbed hearing the audio files and don't believe that reconciliation between him and Miley will happen for a long while, or maybe ever, and certainly believe that it's the best that him and Fire Rose are not together, clearly given all of the drama that has come from their marriage. But as of right now, that's what's come out about Billy Ray this week. The ongoing divorce clearly just continues to get more and more insane. I will let you guys know if there is anything else that happens as things unfold. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments. And once again, thank you to Scentbird for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget to use my code SPILL55OFF to get 55% off your first month at Scentbird. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.